You're on.
Okay. I'm just going to talk to you, Jen. You can edit out whatever you want. Is that okay?
Yep.
Because I'm just talking naturally so I can just go with the flow. Okay.
Okay.
So, anyway, I'm not going to look at the camera. For week 1, the first week was, as I was saying, it was really powerful in the sense that it wasn't, the biggest realization that I had is that I was completely convinced that I was destined to be fat. Period. Based on all the things that had happened in my life, that obesity was going to be part of my life. And recognizing through the hypnotherapy that I was holding on to that belief, and I'm 50 years old. So I have held that belief since I was a little girl, well into my 20s, 30s, 40s, and even when I wasn't fat at all, when I looked in the mirror, what I saw was a fat woman. And going through that first week, it helped me understand that this was a very deeply held belief that I had manifested because it was so ingrained in my thinking. And by having the opportunity to go through the process of asking myself, is this really in fact my truth? Does this have to be my truth? And recognizing that I could separate that from the programming that I had received based on my early childhood experiences, something inside of me woke up. It woke up, and I realized that that does not have to be my destiny. The second week, when I went through the process of recognizing hunger, and that was harder for me. One, because I was sick during that week, so my ability to really embrace the hypnotherapy was compromised because I was coughing and it was interruptive. But I went, being diligent, I did listen on a regular basis. And I recognized that that I really am clear about the scale of hunger. I am really clear about when I'm really, really hungry and when I'm really, really full. And the reality is I have more of a tendency to be really, really hungry than to be really, really full. I'm not a binge eater. And actually, I have a lot of core habits that are not habits that would be reflective of an obese person at all. I like water. I love water. I'm very conscious of food and sugar and what food is made up of. I'm very conscious of vegetables and fruits, and I have all of that information. The challenge doesn't lie in the lack of knowledge. The challenge has been within my beliefs about myself. So as I was moving through those scales and recognizing, okay, how hungry am I? Am I really hungry? Is this what I need? And if this isn't what I need, what is it that I do? When it came to the part where I was to journal that, I had complete resistance. Not going to journal it. Not ready to face it. Now, I will tell you that then, one of the things I love about this program is that it's 12 weeks. It's not a one-shot deal. It's 12 weeks. It's 3 full months of moving through this very progressive process of understanding food, beliefs. It's not just physical. It's much deeper than that. It's physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual. And it's all of those levels. The third week, this past week, has been we're focusing on the image, going into the mirror and looking at your body now and then visualizing the body that you would like to experience. At no point have I felt chastised for being overweight. And I think that happens a lot with a lot of weight release programs or weight loss programs, is that you feel bad about how you look. And unfortunately, a lot of the messaging when you hear someone say, oh, I've lost, 40 pounds and I feel great. The sad part about that is that you can feel great when you're 40 pounds heavier, and that feeling great will translate into better habits and better belief systems that will lead you to get that 40 pounds off for good, not just for, until you go back to the same old beliefs. The problem is you can change all of those behaviors and habits, but until you change what's going on inside, it's temporary. It doesn't last. And for this week, what I have discovered is that as I've gone into that image in that mirror, and I've looked at myself as I am today, and as I am in my healthiest state, I don't feel bad. I feel good. I feel hopeful. I feel loving. I feel that my body is clearly saying to me, yes, you held the belief that you were destined to be obese, but it doesn't translate in all your habits. It's a long-held belief that was seeds that were planted in early childhood, and it is my choice how my body is, and it's my choice and my gift to be loving to myself, and having that opportunity to see it in that way takes that experience to a whole different level. I'm really excited about weeks 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 coming up. I think it's perfect. It's perfect. I will have the chance to move through all these core experiences, and whether I drop 30, 40 pounds, 10 pounds during that time period, that's not what matters nearly as much to me as dropping all of this weight, the weight of all these beliefs, because in the long haul, I can be at my ideal weight. And that's not just the weight of my body, but that's the weight of my beliefs and to lighten up, to really lighten up. So I think it's fantastic.